and welcome to the latest episode of the Main Street Game Plan Show.
Touchdown Hurricanes!
We have more special guests on today's episode. As always, I'm Kaitlyn.
I'm still Jeff.
And we're excited to introduce our special guests.
My name is Braxton.
I'm Ashley.
They are our besties from out of town. I grew up with Ashley, and Braxton is her husband. And we are excited to talk about our Disney memories that we've taken together. They've also done other trips by themselves. And we have an upcoming trip together in December.
Yeah, this one's unique because normally any of our other podcasts, the way we've done it is based off of our own experiences, or even if you guys tuned into the guest experience with my sister last week, go check out our podcast, I See You Thriving, by the way, anyone who has not checked that out. But she also had a shared trip with us. We're still talking about stuff that we all went on together. This is the first guest series that will give a insight to other trips that we were not on. So it is a completely separate, unbiased experience to the Disney World and the Disney bubble told from other parties.
Yeah. So I guess the first trip you guys went on together was your spontaneous honeymoon.
in 2023.
Very spontaneous.
So I remember the call. You guys were on your honeymoon still, and Ashley calls me and she's like, "We just went to Disney, by the way. We weren't supposed to. They were in Hilton Head, and they just decided to go." So you guys want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was a very last minute decision. We were at Hilton Head and we just decided to drive to Disney World midweek. So it was about...
I think it was the Tuesday night. We went to dinner, and I think we left Hilton Head around 6:30.
Yeah.
Drove to Orlando and got there 1 o'clock in the morning.
How many hours?
It was 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
So we went there.
Drove through the night, so there wasn't much traffic. So.
Yeah. We stayed off property that time. And honestly, we didn't really know what we were doing that time whenever we went to Disney. We just kind of did, I don't know, tried to do what we saw, and we didn't know about any of the lightning lane stuff, so we didn't have any of that. But the next time we went, after we went with them, they helped us to learn a lot about that. So we were
much more prepared our second trip.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Let me preface this and say what's going through our minds when they're doing their thing. I think I was in this exact living room. I remember either you said something or I said something. I saw something either on one of their Snap stories or someone sent a picture.
Yeah.
And they were down at Disney World, and we knew that was not their honeymoon destination. Because we went to their wedding, and nowhere was it ever entered that Disney World was in the plan. So, I remember thinking, hey Kaitlyn, do you remember them mentioning Disney World in their plans of honeymoon? And you were like, no. And I'm like, well, they're there.
Yeah, we were
I'll never forget.
what?
I'll never forget, we were driving down to Hilton Head, and I think we were roughly near Charlotte, and Ashley brought it up, so she started getting on her phone and looking it up, and I didn't think we were actually going to do it, but we actually ended up doing it. It was crazy. Yeah, I think I sent you a snap.
You had
I think
to.
I did. I think I remember doing that.
I remember seeing Orlando as your location. I was like, those crazy kids.
Just so wild, I know.
So you guys did Park Hopper that day because you only did one day, correct?
Yeah,
One
a
full
lot
day.
of our trips have, actually they've all been one day.
They've all been one day.
So not the best way to do it for sure, but we just were very limited on the time that we could take off. But yeah, we did the Park Hopper since we were only there one day, and we went to Epcot
and Magic
then
Kingdom.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom, but we hardly had any time in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we were at Epcot more.
What were the rides you went through at each park? If you can remember that.
I remember Epcot going through Living with the Land. That's one of
Classic.
my favorites. Gotta say
a
it.
good one.
It's the people's favorite.
It is.
I remember going through Soarin', Frozen. I did ride Test Track that time. I accidentally got on Guardians, and that's just not my thing, so I'll never do it again. What other? Frozen, if I didn't say that already. What else was there? The one near the Mexican restaurant inside.
Oh, the
Grand Fiesta.
Yeah. We
Cool.
did that one.
I know there's gotta be some.
We did pretty much everything.
Yeah, we did.
I think. And then we went to Magic Kingdom, and I know we rode Pirates of the Caribbean. Did we eat in Magic Kingdom?
I don't think so.
No, you know where you guys ate at?
Caitlin remembers.
I remember.
Nine Dragons.
Yeah.
Nine Dragons. Yeah.
Oh,
Nine
the
Dragons.
classic.
Classic.
That is
That
their
was a
favorite.
good lunch spot.
And I remember riding the train at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we
Because
did
remember there was that one person that kept putting their foot outside the train and they kept yelling at him. They were like, if you don't stop, we're stopping this train. Multiple times.
Yeah.
If we have never been to, Kaitlyn and I have never been to Nine Dragons. If anyone in the comments has any experiences or I guess just preferences or likings about Nine Dragons, tell us in the comments what you thought about Nine Dragons, because these two,
We find ourselves there every time.
they are Nine Dragons connoisseurs.
Yes.
2 times we've been there.
I gotta say, it's pretty good.
I'd love to hear other people's comments
Yeah,
about Nine
absolutely.
Dragons, because we're probably going to go there in
Yeah.
December.
Please let the people know.
I do have to say, I feel like the second time we went, it wasn't as good as the first time.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
I still liked it, but
Yeah.
we were just so hot and so hungry, we just
Yeah.
went in there because we were by there.
So that was your honeymoon trip. The second trip, if my mind will let me remember, the second trip was the big, long July trip that we all took together. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That
And-
was the
Yeah.
best trip we've ever been
Yeah,
on.
that was
Yeah.
Hands
amazing.
down.
Yes.
It was great.
Caitlin, have we talked about that trip on this podcast at all?
I don't think we've talked much about it.
Okay, so I guess we'll start from the beginning, even if we did or we didn't, I have no idea. That trip we took, we've mentioned the July trip, but we haven't gone into detail. That trip we took with these lovely people right here, it was I think it was like a week-long trip.
So, they came on for the first half of the trip.
Yeah.
They did.
And we stayed a
Yeah.
little bit longer.
They did. I prefaced this, and I have no shame in saying it. It is my favorite Disney trip that I've taken thus
Oh, yeah.
far.
I agree.
It beat our honeymoon.
It did.
And sorry, family, it also beat the February trip. Every trip was great, but that trip was just goated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Another reason, I'm trying to think of some highlights. That was the trip that we first really knew how to enact the lightning lanes
Yeah.
and use the lightning lane multipass. Like, we used it, I think, in October after the honeymoon in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the first time we used it, and we were kind of just going through things. Like, this one, we, strategized each park.
We were on fire. We got so
Yeah.
much done.
I remember, Magic Kingdom, I swear we thought Ashley and Braxton hated us after that. I remember we started that morning, it was the very first day of that trip,
Yeah.
I believe. And we were like, okay, so our first lightning lane is in Tomorrowland. Okay, the second lightning lane is across the entire park in Frontierland.
We just went like this
Back
all
and
day.
It's
Oh,
okay.
and by the
That's
way,
fine.
we're going back across the park again for lightning lane number 3. But it was a really good time. We had a lot of good food. What did we eat? What were the food places? Does anybody remember the Magic Kingdom food places we ate at that day?
I know we got beignets, right? Was that
Oh,
Magic
it's
Kingdom?
Tiana's by
Oh,
Tiana's
is that
Bayou
what we-
Adventure.
Yeah, I think we did that.
Oh my gosh, why can't I remember anything about that trip?
Well, I remember for dinner, we went to Liberty Tree
Yes.
Tavern.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
right.
was a vibe.
That was
That
fantastic.
was good.
Yes.
Oh, Columbia Harbor House.
That's right. I got me a chicken tender basket.
That's right. Did you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys
Yeah.
go to Columbia with us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Okay.
It was the
Right.
fish place.
Yes.
So that was lunch, and then dinner. I mean, we've talked about Liberty Tree Tavern because
It
we
was-
went there in February. What was your guys' opinion on Liberty Tree
Oh,
Tavern?
I thought it was
It
amazing.
was really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good food. I'd definitely go back there again.
Do you have any other highlights of that first day? Just in general, how you think it went? Were you tired? It was a long day.
It was.
I'm not a morning person, so when I first woke up, I think I was tired, but I woke up. One thing I remember, I was too scared to ride that one water ride with you all. So
I was thinking that. I was like,
I vividly remember that.
Love going with Braxton, but it is nice to go with some other people that will ride.
Yeah, I'm not too adventurous.
But
that 50-foot drop.
Really fun.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get on it. I hate drops.
Like,
it was a lot.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but I don't know, water ride drops, especially like log flume, like that type of drops. Like I know at Universal, the Jurassic Park Adventure, that one I think has like an 80-foot drop. When I rode that, I swear it felt like 200.
I always like to call Tiana's Body Adventure, since we went to Disneyland, Tiana's Waterboarding Adventure. Because the one at Disneyland is different because it's single seat, like kind of like it is for Space Mountain. Yeah. And they put me right at the front. And like it was a huge wave. We were so.
It was
so that's why I it's not as bad in Disney World, but I still like to call it that.
My shoes were not dry that like whole afternoon.
Yeah, we got sick.
I think that was the extent of that day. The second day was it Epcot?
Yes, we went to Epcot.
Yeah. That's right, because that was the last
day we were there.
That was the last day that we were with you guys.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember I know we ate at the Mexican place inside the pavilion.
Yes.
What was that place called?
San Angel.
That's right.
As Jeff calls
I called it San Angel. Sun on Hell, and I don't remember. We might have done just like an eat around the world. I think we just like ate around the world for lunch.
I remember that was the hottest day ever.
Yes, very hot.
It was so hot.
I feel like we did at one point just like stop in China and just none of us spoke and we just like sat there and we were like
I remember we were all just frustrated because it was so hot. It was like 107 degrees.
And then the humidity.
High humidity.
Yeah. I remember we were sitting down. I'll tell you exactly where we were. We were right outside the 360 movie theater for the China Pavilion. And I remember we went in. That was, once again, if you ever get a chance to look up those 360-degree movie theaters.
They're really cool.
Those are really cool. And the China one is really cool. The Canadian one is really cool. They have one just like that in the Canada Pavilion. But those were both amazing. Food at San Angel was good. It's authentic. If you don't like authentic Mexican food, that's probably not the place for you. What did you guys think of San Angel?
I kind of agree with you, Jeff. I thought for me personally, it was a little too fancy. That might be the word. I'm used to the Mexican restaurants we go to around here, like Cozumel and.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It was okay. Like, I liked mine, I think, more than you liked yours. But
the food itself was good. So if you like that type of Mexican, I think you will like it. I think it was a cool atmosphere in there.
I'm pretty sure I got an enchilada.
Yeah. I completely agree with you guys. Yeah. I'm used to more like your standard. I guess Americanized version of Mexican
cheese
food.
And rice.
Exactly. And like, I remember we got one bowl of chips, and we actually had to pay for a second one, but the guy was really nice and he just gave it to us for free. So shout out our server, you were awesome.
Did we have that? We didn't have a festival, did we?
No, I think that was our big regret for lunch because we were like, there's nowhere to eat and we should have booked a dining reservation.
Yeah, here's another preface that I did not know. When you do not have a festival going on at Epcot, your quick service options and like your like non-sit down options are so drastically reduced. What Kaitlyn, do you remember what we even got for lunch?
I don't. I literally
don't either.
I think we went to France.
The baguettes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got the baguettes.
We probably got a crepe.
And I definitely got a crepe.
Yeah.
Maybe an egg roll. Did we have an egg roll?
Maybe.
I feel like that was a thing.
Oh, I remember. So we went on Guardians, and Braxton did not ride, so we were meeting up with him.
Yeah.
And I was starved. And I remember I was like a little hangry, and you took this picture of me, and I just looked so sad because I was like so hungry. We were waiting on Braxton. I'm like, I can't eat until we find Braxton.
Because I will once again reiterate, it was, I swear, 10 a.m. and we were roasted.
Oh, it was hot.
Yeah.
It was really hot.
Like, I cannot stress that enough, how we were roasting.
Yeah.
But that was probably the highlights of that day.
Yeah, that was a great day.
I guess because
we left out the most important iconic memory.
Lord.
Strike 3.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, please do not practice. I'm just gonna say this and move on. Please do not practice your umpiring skills in the Moana Journey of Water exhibit.
You might hit other people.
You might hit other people with your elbow and your strike 3 call.
Yeah.
One of the stupidest things we've ever done.
One of the funniest moments I've ever been a part of.
My goodness. Apologies to that woman. I really...
If you are watching this, we do apologize.
It's just, in the 1 in 1 billionth shot that woman is watching this, I really sincerely apologize. I was a literal idiot. But... Strike 3! Yeah, what a time that was. But we'll just go and happily move on to another fun instance.
So we all stayed at Pop Century together, and was that... Well, you have stayed on property before when you were younger, Ashley, right?
Yeah, I didn't really remember it, but this last time we stayed on property, and
we were in the
that was
80s
it.
section.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the property? What did you think of the room? Just give us your
I loved
thoughts.
it. I think, yeah.
I thought it was super nice. I didn't even realize. I thought it was super cool when you walk in. It said "Hello, Yobster family."
Yes.
I thought that was cool. I still have that picture.
Yeah,
of my
with the
phone.
name on the TV.
I forgot about the
Yeah,
Yobster
yeah.
family vacation.
I don't know. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
It
I really
was.
did.
I liked it.
I didn't know what to expect. Never been on Disney property. I was definitely impressed.
Yeah, see, Pop Century was my first experience on Disney property for resorts as well. So I think it's a really good starter hotel, whether you have kids
Yeah.
or whether even it's just your first experience anyway. I think Pop Century is a great starter hotel and finisher. I mean, I'll still stay there.
And I'll say, it was big enough to where the 4 of us shared a room and we were fine. I mean, it was cramped, but there's 2 beds, and it was enough room for everyone without like feeling like we're completely on top of each other. Like we made it work. We saved money that way, and we always work really well together too. So we would definitely do it again, and we are doing it again in December.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that's a good segue preview. We will be going back with these lovely people in December of this year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different things. Like I'll be spending some alone time in the park while Caitlin does some of her duties, her financial duties.
I'm working from Disney.
And then in the middle of the trip, we have a random.
We have these two
An
random
An appearance
thing.
for the weekend.
It's gonna be one hodgepodge, but it's gonna be so fun.
Cannot wait.
Yeah. Let's talk about how we changed our plans yesterday.
Yes. Would you like to start off with that one?
Yeah, so originally we were only going to do one park day together on Saturday. We were going to go to Hollywood Studios, and then we were going to do the Jollywood Nights party. But because we're annual pass holders, Jeff and I, we only would have had to buy park admission for the party. But Ashley and Braxton are not annual pass holders, so they would have had to buy tickets for Hollywood Studios and the party. And that's expensive, and we felt bad. And like looking at more of what Jollywood Nights was and what we could do, we felt like we weren't going to get our money's worth out of it. So we decided, which I'm so glad we didn't buy tickets yet. We decided instead we're just going to park hop and do 3 different parks that day. So they're just going to buy park admission with a park hopper ticket, and we're going to go to Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot for also the Festival of the Holidays at Epcot.
And once again, please say in the comments like your experiences with Jollywood Nights. I've not heard the greatest things about Jollywood Nights. I've heard that it's a little too expensive, or maybe a lot of too expensive.
Yeah.
For not like, it's just a lot of people think it's overrated. They don't like it. They don't think they're getting their money's worth. They would much rather do Very Merry Christmas Party in Magic Kingdom. So once again, please let us know, change our mind if that's not how you feel, or you can enhance and feed our egos if you also agree with us. So we are happy with whatever you decide to choose. But going back to that July trip, I'm gonna kind of finish out the rest of the trip because they had left the next morning.
Yeah.
And we would like to get to they have one more trip they'd also like to discuss that they just took.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
In a couple of months. But the ending of that July 2024 trip highlights homecoming brunch we did the day after. I highly recommend homecoming brunch. We might be going back in December.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
And they might be able to partake as well. That was amazing. Let's see. We rode Dinosaur for the quote-unquote last time.
We've rode it like 3 times since. And we will ride it again in December with them.
I think we got some beignets maybe at that point.
Yeah.
I think we checked out some hotels for the first time.
Yeah.
Just kind of checking out the rest of the resort that we have not hit yet. That was pretty much it. I don't remember too much in terms of what you and I went through.
We also did Sangria University, and that's like a side event that we had to pay extra for at Coronado, and we got to build our own sangria and learn about like the history of sangria, so that was pretty cool. It was at Rick's? No, was it Three Bridges?
Three Bridges.
Three Bridges Bar and Grill at
Coronado.
It was really nice, and we'd like to go back there sometime. We don't need to do the Sangria University again, but we'll go back for the restaurant next time.
I highly recommend Sangria University.
Yeah.
If you're a Sangria fan, even if you're just a fan of just drinks in general, that's just a great atmosphere. You get to learn and you get to try out a bunch of drinks, bunch of snacks, and learn some history. So
Yeah,
I
it was really
recommend
cool.
it. But let's segue. This is the guest podcast. So you guys took another trip in July of this year.
That's correct.
We don't know anything about that trip at all. So you take the reins on this one. Talk about the highlights, what you liked, what you didn't like. The floor is yours.
So my parents were going to Hilton Head. My aunt has a beach house down there. Me and Ashley were trying to figure out how we could get to Hilton Head, but also try to get to Disney World as well.
Also, just one day.
Yeah, also just one day. So I got off work on a Friday. We drove to Columbus. We had a direct flight to MCO. The next day we went to Disney World. We were originally going to do just one park day. Or no, just one park on one day, which we did, do Epcot.
We were going to go to Epcot for just the day.
Just for the whole day, but we ended up going to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and honestly, we hit a lot of things.
We did, because this time when we went back, we had been with Kaitlyn and Jeff.
So we had more experience.
So we had a little bit more knowledge about the lightning lanes and stuff like that, so we were able to use that. And they actually let us, I didn't think they would let you, but whenever we booked a lightning lane at for a ride in Epcot, they would let us book one for like one in Magic Kingdom at the same time. So we didn't realize that we could do it at different parks, and we just bought one. But we were able to ride a lot more. We rode just about everything in Epcot and maybe half the stuff in Magic Kingdom. What'd you say? Yeah. Trying to think of the places that we ate.
9 Dragons.
We did.
We ate
9
9
Dragons.
Dragons.
Also, there's no wait there. Like
There was
ever,
no
I
wait.
feel like.
There was
So.
no wait.
We went there for lunch, I think, and then for dinner we ate at the Space 220 restaurant, and we all said it was okay. The theme and the atmosphere was
It's
so cool.
Good experience.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it was
The
really,
food
really
was okay.
overpriced.
A little too fancy for me. I mean, I would go back again, but a little too pricey.
Yeah.
Sorry,
was
you could edit that part out.
Yeah.
Going back, what did you order at 9 Dragons and Space 220 for those that are eager to know what you got?
At 9 Dragons, we got the same exact thing. It was like the spicy chicken with the fried rice.
Yeah.
It was
Sounds
really
really
good. It was really good. Not too spicy.
I'm trying to think what we got at Space 220. You could get, it was like a set menu, right?
Yeah, which they changed when we went on our honeymoon.
It was different.
It was not a fixed menu. When we went in February of this year, it was a fixed menu. We got the steak, and I thought the steak was fine, but it was overpriced and overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could pick an appetizer, entree,
And dessert.
dessert, yeah. And for my appetizer, I think I got like wonton tacos maybe.
Yeah.
And
And I got the buffalo cauliflower.
yeah, and then entree, I got the filet mignon. It was good.
And I had a type of chicken stir fry. It was good.
Yeah. it just wasn't, our bill was really expensive and we didn't think it was worth it. But it was cool to say that we went one time.
In theming with the restaurant, I think when we went, we paid $220.
Oh yeah,
Headspace $220.
It was about that for us too. Yeah.
I remember just being blown away by the price.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, we're not coming
I'm still
here.
hungry.
The experience is really cool.
You're literally eating in space.
But the food's like as we've all said.
Yeah, expensive.
But reviewing your last trip, did you have any regrets? Did you have anything you wish you had done differently? Is there something that you want to do moving forward with that trip? Like, what are your thoughts on things you would have done differently?
I just wish we had more time.
Yeah.
But once again, we were trying to get to Hilton Head.
Yeah.
And with PTO and stuff, I feel like we
Getting time off work, it's kind of difficult with.
So we always have to pack it in, but it was fun.
It was a fun day.
It was a lot better than the honeymoon one was fun, but
we were more prepared this time.
Yeah, we knew how to get through it better.
Yeah.
What was your favorite? This might be a biased take, but what was your favorite trip of the three?
Ooh, that's tough.
I feel like definitely with you guys.
Well, it was also your longest trip.
I think
it was.
Because you had stayed one night. Let's see, that you got there, and then you had one day, 2 days. So you stayed 3 nights.
Right.
No, I think the one with you guys was definitely.
Yeah, it was the longest
a blast.
Yeah, that was so fun.
But I guess we'll segue into the superlatives part for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick couple rapid fire questions. Best and least, what they thought for the fans. That way, anyone watching this podcast can kind of get a good idea and get a general vibe of what another outside party thought of Disney resorts. So, without further ado, let's start naming off. What was each of your favorite parks?
Epcot.
Yeah, Epcot.
What was your least favorite parks?
I will say I've only been to Magic Kingdom and Epcot, so Epcot's my favorite, so I'd say Magic Kingdom.
I've only been to Magic Kingdom and Epcot recently, but when I was younger, I went to all 4 of them when we stayed for a week, and my least favorite was probably Animal Kingdom at that time, I would say.
What was your favorite sit-down restaurant?
Not Dragons.
I'm trying to think. Oh gosh, that one's tough. What are even all the sit-down ones that we've been to?
So you've got 9 Dragons, you've got
Dragons,
Sin, On Hell,
Space 220.
Space 220,
Honestly,
Liberty Tree.
I think either 9 Dragons or the Liberty Tree. Probably Liberty Tree. I thought it was really good.
That's true.
You see how high 9 Dragons is for the both of them.
Yep.
Does that mean Space 220 was probably the least favorite sit-down?
Yeah.
Favorite quick service? I don't even know how many quick services you guys have been to.
We went to the one by the San on Hell.
Yeah, it was a Mexican one. It was like kind of across from it.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking
Backstory.
about.
That's what I ate Mexican right before I accidentally
he's
got on
traumatized.
Guardians. So that just made that even worse.
Oh.
So, but that quick service was good. I think I had nachos and it was loaded up. It was good, and it wasn't too expensive.
I liked that one. I also liked the fish. Was it the fish one that we went to with you all?
Columbia Harbor House.
Yeah, that one was
Oh, yeah,
good.
that was good.
Yeah.
Least favorite quick service? Which, once again, it might be a default thing.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan. I don't know if this is even considered a quick service, but when I got that pretzel, I wasn't.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't what I was expecting because like the cheese wasn't what I thought it was
Oh,
going to be.
was it a Mickey pretzel?
Was
No,
it
it was
Germany?
it was in
Germany.
Germany.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard their pretzels are mid.
Yeah, it was just kind of mid. It just wasn't what I was really expecting.
I think
It wasn't bad, but
We got a pretzel, and it also wasn't very
Yeah.
good from Germany.
Yeah.
Which is really sad. I also got a brat from Germany that, once again, I was not the biggest fan of. The Germany pavilion really makes me sad because I love a lot of good German food. And the only thing, and of course we haven't even tried it, the only thing that I hear is like really good is the pretzel bread pudding
That's
from
on our
Summerfest.
list. Yeah.
Favorite ride?
Guardians for sure.
I'll have to go with Frozen.
Least favorite ride?
Guardians. It's just because of who I am.
That's fair.
It is a
That's
cool
okay.
ride.
Oh goodness, least favorite. Oh, probably the one that we went on with the purple. What am I thinking of?
Figment.
That was like literally.
That's a weird
just
ride.
a weird ride.
It was so odd. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, that was probably my least favorite. I wasn't really that excited. I mean, I read it, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I have to ride this.
Yeah.
You know?
What did you learn from your last 3 trips? What is one thing you can take away?
That if you don't know much about these lightning lanes or know how to use the Disney app, that type of stuff, you're gonna be left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that getting the lightning lanes is so worth it because they're not that expensive, not as expensive as you would think. And I mean, if you're going to Disney and you don't live close, I think it's worth it.
Definitely.
To get all that you can.
Even for us, but especially if you have kids. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Best overall memory.
I gotta be honest. Strike 3.
I think that one is unanimous. That one was wild.
Yeah, I gotta say.
Man, we did that all of Moana gets the credit for that whole whatever that was, but we did that all over the park that day.
Yeah, we did.
That was a whole thing. We were on one. We were ripping something.
People were
We're high off life.
When we went back in February and we redid that attraction, I think I did a picture of it to send to them. I was probably gonna do it again before we go.
Truly iconic.
And last question, what are you looking forward to? Could be one singular thing, it could be a general thing. What are you looking forward to for the upcoming trip?
For me, it's going to be going to new parks.
Yeah.
New experiences.
For me, Christmas. I'm obsessed with Christmas, and I'm so excited that we're finally going in a time that's not July.
I guess that's a good kind of start of the conclusion. We are going to be doing the candlelight processional for the first time in Epcot. So if anyone has any idea or any comments on the candlelight processional, we're going to be doing that for the first time when we go to Epcot at what is that, Park 3?
Yeah, that's going to be our closing time.
It's going to be our first for candlelight processional, first for Festival of the Holidays. We had been with the band, I believe, for Christmas in the past, but it'll be fun going back and kind of getting that perspective of Christmas time. We're not going to get the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian this year.
Yeah, because it's under construction. That is a really fun thing to see. So, next time.
That's right.
They're building the cage.
The birdcage bar.
The birdcage bar. But that's pretty much it for our podcast and for our lovely guests here. The next podcast, or at least the next trip, is actually not the December trip. It is our October trip.
Yeah. Coming
in a couple of weeks. That one's going to be Disney, football, and
food and wine.
A little bit of
food and
everything.
wine. You got a whole little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that trip in the next couple of episodes. I don't know if it'll be the next episode, but it'll definitely be the next couple of episodes. And we'll be featuring our next guest series part 3 with Megan and Dustin. They will be on the series in the next couple of episodes. But that finishes our episodes here. We'd like to thank the Websters for being here.
Yay.
Thank you for having us on. It's an honor.
Thank you so much for allowing the fans to incorporate some of your wisdom into their daily lives.
We love our besties.
Did you have any final comments for the group? Anybody have any final comments for the group?
As someone growing up, I didn't watch a whole lot of Disney or didn't get into Disney a lot. But even from someone coming from that background, I will say go to Disney World. It is very fun. Even from someone that didn't grow up with Disney a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that pretty much does it. If you have any comments, please feel free to add any comments. If you have any comments for content that you want to see, if you're talking about any restaurants you want us to review, rides, any comments at all. Listen, we'll take any content. We'd be happy to please the fans. But otherwise, I'm Jeff.
I'm still Kaitlyn.
I'm Braxton.
I'm Ashley.
And this has been Main Street Game Plan. We'll see you next week.
See you real
See
soon.
you.
Strike 3.
Mir, sponsor us!